Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Straight Talk for Energy Healers. My name is Raina Aurora. I am an energy healer. I am also the creator of the healing modality called the Accelerated Release Technique. Now, what that is, I work with the subconscious. I help people uncover the roots of their emotional baggage, the issue that's causing them problems in their life, and we unhook, release, resolve, let that stuff go so that they can move forward and enjoy the life that they are meant to and deserve to live. I am also the author of the book called The Energy Healing Bible. Here it is. That's my baby. And finally, I am here on a mission. My mission is to help other energy healers like yourselves to be able to live your life's purpose. That is to be able to help as many people as possible by sharing your extraordinary gifts with the world, and to be able to do that without being broke at the same time, because we know it. Frankly, energy healers don't have the cachet that they deserve. They don't have the recognition. People don't necessarily take us seriously. And you do magic. Like, you do amazing, amazing things. You perform miracles all the time. I've seen them. I know. And you deserve to be able to share your gifts with the world and to live comfortably at the same time. It's only fair. So to that end, I am bringing you some gifts, some guests, some tips and tricks and everything I can to be able to let you do what you're meant to do. Today, I've brought along Anjum Anjum Bhandari, and Anjem is a social media obsessed content creating nerd who turned her passion into a career. She started Anjum Bhandari Marketing with the sole purpose of making their mark on the digital world, supporting businesses to leverage the power of social media to help them grow. She has worked and guided over 25 businesses to help them nail their social media strategy, focusing on increasing metrics such as lead generation, inquiries, and sales. And anybody who follows me knows that I am not great about, I'm on Facebook mostly and nowhere else. So the idea of talking to somebody who knows a little bit about something, Instagram and all the wacky stuff, I am so excited. So without further ado, welcome, Anjum.
Hi, thank you so much.
It is my pleasure to have you here. I'm really excited, and yeah. So we need the name of this show is Straight Talk for Energy Healers. So not a lot of bump. We're just kind of gonna dive right in. So Anjum, in a nutshell, how would you describe what it is that you do?
Oh, okay. So I am a Instagram growth coach. I am also a social media manager for health and wellness professionals, and I manage their Instagram. But I also work on coaching businesses to leverage the power of Instagram to grow and scale their business because you know how Instagram is growing and how it has become one of the essential parts of your marketing strategy as a business owner. So that is what I'm doing right now, like working on both the ends of also being a social media manager, but also coaching businesses who want to handle Instagram by themselves because they like to have a touch of authenticity and they like to have that control over their Instagram. So, yeah, that is what I'm doing right now.
Very cool. Um, okay, so I'm going to ask this next question first. I have a feeling we're going to expand somewhere in here. What is your special gift? I call it your superpower that makes you amazing at what you do.
Oh, I think that that's a very good question because I also believe that each one of us has one of the superpowers. It's just that we either recognize it too late or maybe we're still in the process of recognizing it. So, what I feel is my superpower is um, I'm really good at um, understanding people, understanding the situation of people, and basically that makes me understand what other person's business is, what their goals is, like, what is the point that they want to reach to. I fancy myself. I'm an empathetic person. I don't, I am very proud in saying that I have a lot of empathy in myself. When a person is explaining to me what their business means, what their business goals mean, I try to look at it from their point of view, like how important it is for them. And trust me, like, I sometimes cannot believe that I'm on Instagram and doing all of this video stuff and speaking in front of camera, all of that. So because I am a very shy, I'm a very introverted person. I like to keep everything to myself. And sometimes when I see that part of myself, I'm like, wow, is that me? So, like I'm really good. Like if you see communication wise, I'm really good at it. But being out there in front of people, like I cannot even speak to a group of people if you keep me in the real scenario, right? So I have had to work through that and find myself a comfort place where I can be on camera, be myself on my profiles, and then connect with all of these people. I think sitting here, I can also connect with some people out there who are like miles away from me, which is also the advantage of being on social media, right? So I think being able to understand people's emotions, people's goals, and people's why, especially of their business, I think is my superpower.
Okay, now I'm going to go a little off script because this has been my burning question for a long time. I'm hoping you can answer it for me. It's concept of content creation. Like I'm okay with I didn't used to be quite so okay. I'd sit here with the live button going,
Uh-huh.
mm, okay,
Yeah.
and I'd have to kind of go and start and talk, and
Mhm.
so I've gotten more comfortable with that. So that I know that's just a function of practice. But
Mhm.
at the beginning of my show, I had, a list of things that I knew I could talk about. And then I
Mhm.
was like, I don't know what people want. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of content. That mentally dried up really fast. And so now I interview
Mhm.
other people because then I don't have to come up with the content. They got the content. I just ask the questions. How do you advise people on
Mhm.
content? Like how, because that's the real big thing. Like
Yeah.
how do people know what to put out there? Because there's only so
Mhm.
much, maybe that's my belief, so
Yeah.
much that they can say and people are going to be interested in talking about or listening to. So
Yeah.
any tips on that?
I think that's such an interesting question because that is a point where a lot of people struggle with. They're like, okay, what do I put out there? Like, if I give all of my information out there, why will anyone prefer to work with me personally or work with me on a one-on-one level? How do I maintain that barrier of providing everything for free in my content, or how do I even come up with content ideas in my head? I definitely understand that because I know that struggle is real in the beginning, right? So I always suggest the first thing that you can always do is keep in mind who your ideal person is, like who is the person that you want to work with, like what does he want to do, what is the goals that they have, what are the problems that they are trying to solve, what are the questions that they might have. This will give you a very clear mental picture of what kind of content will be valuable to them, what kind of content will resonate with them, will be relatable to them. So when it comes to content, either there are people who do a lot of like give out everything in the free content, or there are people who are like, okay, this is the thing that I'm selling, or this is my offer, then that is the only content that they put out there. Like there is no in between, and that is where you need to find the balance, right? You even have to promote your services, promote your products, but you also have to provide some kind of valuable, some kind of relatable content to your audience, because if you're not doing that, you are not giving them any reason to stick to your profile or stick in your community. Otherwise, if you're just telling them buy this thing and this thing is available over here, why will they stick to your profile? Why do they want to hang out over there and see what you're telling, right? So that is the point. So always try to have your ideal person in your mind and start thinking the kind of questions they might be having, because you already are the expert in your industry, in your niche. So you've interacted with your customers, you know what kind of questions they have, what kind of problems they have, and how you are providing the solutions to them. So try thinking in terms of value, try thinking in terms of inspiration, try thinking in terms of relatability, right? Try thinking in terms of trust building, authority building, try thinking in terms of, all of these promotional content. So when you have such variety in your content, I don't think you're ever going to, have that mind block. It's like, okay, I'm done. I don't have anything to speak because you have so much to speak about, right?
I
There is
don't
so
know.
much.
Like you say
That's
that, and
the
at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I'd be saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, how does it like like where how do you say this like you're saying the same thing in different ways? Like you kind of you
uh,
kind of run out of expertise in a sense. Like I don't know. I like this has been my big time block.
yeah, I can totally understand from where you're coming because, you know, when it comes to free content, so there is a difference when it comes to the free content and the paid content. So free content is the content you put up on your profiles, like your content, your videos, your live streamings or whatever. That is all the free kind of content you're giving to your audience. But when it comes to paid content, you have your paid programs, your coachings, your consultations, and all of that stuff. So you need to draw a line between these content, right? So in your free content, you are not providing them, okay, if you will say, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it, or you're not giving them the step-by-step framework or the step-by-step actions that they need to provide. That all goes in your paid programs, right? So
Right.
your
Yeah.
free content, is mostly making them realize why they need your paid program, right? Or your free content is mostly telling them the mistakes that they are making or the things that they need to be correcting, right? Or simple things such as, which is they can easily find out on Google, they can easily find out on YouTube. They don't have to pay you for that stuff. So all that comes under free content. So you just cannot keep creating how to content, how to do this, how to do that, more of the how to content. Then people will just see you as a person who gives out a lot of free content. They'll come consume your free content and then leave. And if you are a business owner, you have bills to pay, you need to make those sales. You just cannot be dependent on your free content. You need to draw a line and have paid content. That your free content should be creating the curiosity, the kind of, like, oh my god, she knows her stuff, she is telling so many interesting, I need to check her out, I need to check out what she has more to offer me, right? It tells me that, okay, this is the mistake that I'm making, I totally relate with it, so how do I correct
Mm.
my mistake? So then they will come, right? It should show you as the authority figure, as the leader in your industry, because in this era, especially in with social media and Instagram booming right now, there are hundreds of other people who are doing the same thing as you do, right? So why would a person come to you rather than going to some other person? Like how you are standing out, how you are making yourself more relatable to that person. So all that comes under your free content, and when you start addressing those different points, then you will have a lot of ideas.
Okay. I think I'll be rewinding our video and watching this a whole a bunch of time to pull out all that great information. All right.
Awesome.
So my audience is energy healers. I feel like we kind of covered a little bit of this, but
Mhm.
why might they need the service that you offer? And specifically, why might they want to work with you?
Oh, that's incredible because, I say this a lot because in Instagram right now, I don't think there is, any business out there who doesn't want to be on Instagram, right? So Instagram has except you, so you have exception,
I don't
but there are
want to be there.
so
I just
many,
feel like it's a lot of work.
a lot of work. Yeah, but when you get to connect with people all around the globe, just sitting in front of your laptop, and I don't think there is any other social media out there that has so many features and so many supporting stuff that Instagram is giving you as a business owner. And it's really striving in 2022 to provide you with all of the monetizations options out there, right? You have the long form content, you have short form content, you have stories, you have direct messages, you have all of this really good stuff that will make you easier to connect with your ideal audience and have that conversations, know exactly what they want. And it's so much easier when you have that direct access to your prospects, and you can easily know, okay, this is the area that I need to improve on, this is the questions they have. So that direct connection is what makes Instagram really great platform, is what I think. And it has so much variety in terms of content. You're not just if I consider YouTube, so now you have YouTube Shorts, of course, because everyone is diving into short form content. But earlier it was only the long form content, and that
Mhm.
was the only thing in YouTube. You couldn't message other person. You could not, just send them a direct message saying hello. But you can do that through Instagram, right? So
Mhm.
all of these different features, and in I think Instagram's main focus in 2022 is to provide creators with all of the good opportunities that they have, so that we can make money, and they can make money out of us.
Win-win. Okay. Now you did tell me before we got on that you have something special to offer for my audience. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so what I feel is in Instagram stories is definitely my favorite feature, because the people who watch your Instagram stories are the ones who have been following you for a long time. They know about you. They have been watching your content. They've been watching your stories. So they are warmed up audience. So we want to be able to tap into that audience and connect with them, have conversations with them, ask them some questions. So, and Instagram stories are the best way to do it. And when I started out, Instagram stories were the first thing that I did as a video, and coming in front of camera and showing my face and speaking. And also, I really have that connection with Instagram stories.
Right.
So, and Instagram stories are the best way out there to be generating leads, inquiries, and sales, and getting people into your DMs, and where the conversations and sales happen, right? So, I have created a free training which is called How to Sell on Instagram Stories. So, trust me, this is like, if you attend that training, you don't have to think about, okay, what do I post on my Instagram stories next? Because I have listed down so many cool Instagram story formats out there which you can use, like this. Like, you just have to switch it up and put your stuff in it, and then boom, you're ready with one format, and it's
Like
like
that.
rinse and repeat. It's
Okay.
like a rinse and repeat format. You can keep using it, and it's proven to be working, right? I have loads of examples in the training of how you need to be using it, what kind of words you should be using, how that Instagram format flows and everything. So if you keep watching that, you'll definitely get a lot of value from it, and you will become an expert in Instagram stories, if not. So please go ahead and watch that. It's absolutely free. You just have to register with your email ID and name, and you will get the access to the training.
Brilliant. Thank you. I think I'll have to check that out. And my last question for you is, how can my audience reach you if they would like to connect?
Oh, that's incredible. So, of course, Instagram. So, Instagram, my profile name is Anjum Bhandari, of course, as it is spelled. So, ANJUMBHANDARI without any spaces. And that would be the best platform to reach out to me through Instagram DMs.
Okay. Um, Thank you so much for being here. This is great. I think I got a lot of super information that I'm going to have to digest for a little while. But I really, really appreciate it. And I'm sure my audience does too. And always, thank you to my audience for being here. I say it every week, but your time is the most valuable thing that you have, and it means so much to me that you've come to spend a bit of it with me and my guests. Now, if you want to reach me, you can find me at acceleratedreleasetechnique.org, or my email info@acceleratedreleasetechnique.org. And finally, if you liked what you saw, then please subscribe to this page, like the post, share it with everybody, and of course, come back and visit us next week. Until then.